What is up, my friends, and welcome to the video. So today is episode 8 of The Cut. Just to give you guys a recap, I started at 182 pounds and then now I'm at 172.4 this morning. So I'm excited. Weight is trending down. My tracking macros has not been the best it's ever been in my whole life. And this is the first time in my life that tracking macros hasn't been a stress reliever for me. It's actually a stressor for me right now because I've learned to eat intuitively, and I'll talk about that in a separate video all by itself on how I've been able to transition into eating a lot more intuitively and being able to lose body fat. But I know, I'm not delusional, that the leaner I want to get, the more accurate I'm going to have to be with my macros. So I just want to stress with you guys that eating intuitively is such a powerful skill, but it takes so long and so much experience in order to cultivate that. So for me, tracking macros for 8 years gave me the peace of mind that I was hitting my macros and everything was good. And so now with that 8 years experience, not tracking macros like I did for 8 months gave me the ability to be able to do it pretty well. And so now being able to lose body fat without having tracked macros has just been really liberating. So macros today are 275 to 300 grams of carbs, 55 to 65 grams of fat, and 170 grams of protein. And so today's already been an interesting day because you guys know I don't normally eat breakfast. I normally never eat breakfast. I usually eat my first meal, especially when cutting, around noontime. And so what happened was my friend Scott Stallings, who is a PGA Tour golfer, him and his crew were in town, and he hit me up the other day and he was like, dude, let's get some breakfast while I'm here. Like, let's get something coordinated together before I head off to San Antonio for the PGA Tour event. So I went to breakfast, ate breakfast at 8 a.m. We went to this place called Phoebe's Diner. It's in downtown Austin. It is a pretty much like the regular hole-in-wall type of breakfast place where you're gonna get normal breakfast food. So the biggest thing I wanna stress here is your nutrition helps you live your best life. You don't change your life around your nutrition. So for example, I don't like to eat until noontime, but due to social circumstances and me wanting to hang out with my friends and enjoy that time when they're in town, I'm not gonna be the only one not eating breakfast. I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna enjoy it. And just cause you're gonna have breakfast for the first time in a while doesn't mean you need to go absolutely crazy. I could have went there, got pancakes, all these different things, but we all kept it simple. We all chose to do that and we wanted to. I cover breakfast places in a future video where you go there and you can like talk about how you order the whole menu, how you track everything like that. So that's coming in a future video, so be prepared for that. But what I did here is what you can always do is ask for egg whites cooked with cooking spray. Every place will do that more than likely, because with this meal I wanted to keep it simple, because if I'm cutting and I normally don't eat breakfast, I don't want to use a lot of my macros early in the day. If your body's used to getting calories later on in the day, your hunger is going to reflect that. And so if you eat a lot in the morning, you're still going to get hungry later on in the day, and the chances of you blowing through your macros is going to be pretty high. The meal actually came with a thick slice of applewood bacon. It literally looked like 2 slices in one. It was a super thick cut. So count that as 2 slices of regular bacon, and then add a couple of grams of fat on top of that because it was probably cooked in oil. And then I added a couple grams of fat also for the egg whites, just in case. You don't know. You're not the one actually cooking them, so just to be safe. And then it came with 2 slices of toast, but it was just 1 slice of toast cut in half, and it was multi-grain bread. So I just count that as like a Pepperidge Farm bread, and it was just toasted, had no butter on, because it was supposed to come with like this aioli that you put on top of the toast, and I said I just want plain toast, which is cool. They're totally fine with doing that. You just gotta ask. You just gotta ask. And because I didn't really want the hash brown casserole, because there's just so many. So when you hear anything like hash brown casserole, they're just various things with a lot of different components. It's really hard to guesstimate. And so I asked if I could just have a side of fruit instead of the hash brown casserole, and they said that's perfectly fine. So it came with cantaloupe, blueberries, watermelon, and pineapple. So I guesstimated that to be about 12 grams of carbs. I'm gonna put the macros of what I guesstimated this whole meal to be. I want to preface that I always guesstimate above what it might be. So I'm always gonna say like, oh, when they said it's cooking oil, I'm always gonna add a couple grams of fat just in case, because my goal is fat loss, it's cutting. So I want to overestimate calories, so I make sure that I'm under. And that's the price you pay when you eat out. You want to overestimate, and you want to make sure that you're on track, but you have a chance of overestimating and eating less calories than what you would have wanted to. but the goal is fat loss. And so now it is about 10 a.m. I'm gonna drink a little bit more coffee. I'm going to crush some more work for a couple hours. I'm not that hungry, and I'll probably push back my first meal till about 1 or 1:30. Alrighty, so it is now 1:20 p.m. I'm about to make some lunch. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bam. You guys saw this just beautiful, just beautiful mess. Just heaven on earth. Sweet baby egg yolk, Jesus. And then got a side of Brussels sprouts, 250 grams of frozen Brussels sprouts. Yeah, don't discriminate against the butt end of the bread. And so one question I get a lot is, Zach, should I track my vegetables? And for me, the answer is it depends, but you cannot put blinders on and act like they don't count. You guys saw 250 grams of frozen Brussels sprouts is 24 grams of carbs. And that's like not even, I mean, look, I've had 3 Brussels sprouts. That's not that much vegetables. And it can add up, guys. It can really add up. And I'll show it later on in the video, but I usually eat around 800 grams of vegetables a day. And I'll show you how that contributes to my carbohydrate intake and also my protein intake as well. Vegetables do count. Yes, they keep you really full. Yes, if you eat a lot of vegetables, chances of you over consuming on your calories is a lot less because vegetables are very filling, but you can't act like they don't provide calories. Yes, eat your freaking vegetables, but if you want to be the most accurate you possibly can, you do need to track them. So one question you guys ask me a ton is, Zach, how do you get in 10 to 12,000 steps a day? And how I do it without having to do any structured cardio. I try to seamlessly fit my steps into my lifestyle. I schedule my calls or anything I can do that is walking during these periods. So I had a couple calls that I had to hop on, a couple 10-minute calls, nothing crazy, and knock those out. And thus I'm able to get some activity in and knock those out and be productive. So that's the biggest thing is people say we just don't have enough time. And I agree. Time is my most valuable resource right now. So it's finding ways to sneak in activity when you can. And so another time is after dinner or after I work out, that's when I sneak in another 20 to 30-minute walk. And that's when I answer you guys' DMs and you see me reposting stuff on my Instagram story. We do our team meetings a lot of time with FDL, like individual ones, we'll do it walking. All right. Too Good yogurt. So this is a new brand from Light and Fit, and so it's promoting 2 grams of sugar, low-fat Greek yogurt. Macaronis are 3 carb, 12 protein, 2 fat per cup. For all of you out there that want stevia sweetened, they are stevia sweetened. So I've never tried these. They sent them to me. I'm not being paid for this at all. But I'm going to be putting these on some ricey cakeys, and these are going to be my pre-workout meal. Maybe add some toppings on top, and then, yeah. Do I make this overly complicated? Yeah, we're gonna make this overly complicated. Here is the verdict. So I already took down one of these with the Fruity Pebbles on top. So, verdict is, they're not, like, if you have a really, really big sweet tooth, these aren't gonna be that sweet to you at all. So if you're somebody who thinks everything's way too sweet, these are gonna be perfect for you. So like, I've been seeing a lot of people absolutely loving these. I've been getting a lot of DMs since I put them on my story talking about them. So they're still solid, consistency's great, and the macros are ridiculous. For 3 grams of carbs, like, come on, you can't complain. You can't complain. All right, where is it? The MVP. So each little, like so quick is like a half serving. So like this right here, that's about a half serving. Next time you have this, put it on your scale and weigh it out how much you're using. I guarantee you're using a lot more than you think. There's 37 servings in here, guys. Like, I know a lot of you guys are like, that's 1 serving. It's like, no, dog. That's not 1 serving. Workout is donezo now for the walk to get in the rest of the steps, and then it's dinner time. A big side of veggies, green pepper, not green pepper, I didn't have any green peppers. We got red pepper, orange pepper, yellow pepper, white onion, and Brussels sprouts, but the Brussels sprouts aren't on there. So I had 600 total grams of all those vegetables, topped with some yellow mustard and sriracha. Taco mi blazer, tacos. Yeah, so in that previous clip, my shirt was definitely inside out. It's fixed now. But yeah, don't judge me. So you might be wondering, Zach, what kind of tortilla did you use? Literally HEB original tortilla, 2.5 fat, 17 carb, 3 grams of protein per tortilla, and only 1 gram of fiber. But remember, because I eat a lot of vegetables, I have a hard time not going over on my fiber, so I'm not gonna use one with like 8 grams of fiber per tortilla and just have a fiber overload. Literally, if I were to use 3 tortillas along with the vegetables I have, that'd be like a meal with like 40 grams of fiber. No bueno, no bueno. So I mentioned earlier in the video about vegetables and how if you don't track them, they can add up. And I eat a good amount of vegetables, 800 grams of vegetables per day. That's more than most people, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, you guys saw the amount of vegetables. It's not that much. So let me show you the macros of just what I ate in vegetables today. 62 grams of carbs and 17 grams of protein, and then 18 grams of fiber. So if you're not tracking, like I said, I don't think you're eating as much vegetables as me, or maybe you are, but it adds up. That is an extra 350 calories. Like, if you are getting results and you're not tracking your vegetables, cool. But once you stop getting results and you're looking for something to start to understand a little bit more, tracking your vegetables will be an eye-opening experience that you can start tracking and then get a better idea of how much you're taking in. So I'm gonna stop talking. We're about to go into the nightcap, and you guys probably know what it is. So let's be honest, you guys weren't surprised this was coming. I mean, why would I change it up? Just for the sake of the video? No way. No way. And so if you participated in the last giveaway, I picked the 2 winners. They're in the description below. they're gonna win a copy of my best-selling recipe book where you're gonna be able to find the Oreo protein frosty recipe and 250 plus of my best recipes of all time. So, by the time this video goes live, we have a huge restock of protein cookie butter powder back in stock. We've been out of stock for about 3 months. By the time this video goes live, we are full ready in stock. We have cookies and cream and golden cookie sandwich in stock, ready to go. So here's what I'm gonna do. Pick 2 winners. Each winner is gonna win a copy of my best-selling recipe book and their flavor of choice of the protein cookie butter powder. So here's how you're gonna enter. You're gonna let me know in the comments below which flavor protein cookie butter powder would you choose, and then why? Like, why that flavor? Like, why golden cookie sandwich? Why cookies and cream? Like, tell me a story. It needs to be longer than 4, it needs to be a sentence. At least a full sentence on why. I need to know why. And I'm gonna pick the best one. Like, this isn't gonna be like random, no. Like, I'm picking the one I think is the best. So let me know in the comments below, and I'm gonna pick 2 of you guys to win. So that's gonna wrap up today's video. Please give the video a thumbs up. So I'll put the macros on the screen. And yeah, I hope I gave you guys some good ideas on how to not only track when you're eating out, enjoying these social situations and being able to stay accurate and stay on track. So appreciate you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.